Hello everyone. In this lecture, we are going to implement light sensor tweet system using Node-RED and Arduino Uno with both the Wi-Fi and Ethernet shields. For Ethernet shield, I will show with the hardware components also. You need not worry. And one more thing is that you must have an account in Twitter. The reason is how we are implementing is here. Actually, we are yes, by seeing name, what can you understand? Light sensor tweet system. Nothing but based on your sensor value, actually the data, nothing but the sensor value goes to your Node-RED, and from Node-RED, based on your condition, you may or may not get the notification to your Twitter account. So the software here you are needed is Arduino IDE because it is common as we are working with Arduino. And one more thing, what you need is Node-RED. Actually, in previous lecture, I have explained regarding installation and all. Anyhow, in the description of video, I have provided a link so that you can install the Node-RED. So now let me explain this project how we are working with. Our LDR sensor will be and Arduino. Yes, let me show you with textbook so that connections also I can explain simultaneously. Yes, our aim is to make light sensor tweet system. Yes, this project you can also use as a major project in your colleges too. You need not worry regarding it. Yes, just let me start from here. Yes, as I told, we are going to calculate the light intensity value. Actually, the Node-RED takes that value in form of an string. So again, we will change it to integer and we will give a condition. For example, if value is greater than 300, then only you should get a notification to Twitter. And yes, I have also kept my Twitter account login, and you also yes, it can be either in phone or laptop, not an issue, because our aim is to just get a notification. Yes, and the communication protocol here we are using is completely HTTP based, and we are not using MQTT for this experiment. Here, light sensor is nothing but our analog light dependent resistor, nothing but LDR sensor we are going to use, as it is an analog sensor. Remember that one we must connect it to the analog pin. So actually LDR sensor will have three pins. Yes. Here this is our Arduino Uno. On top of Arduino Uno you will place Wi-Fi shield or Ethernet shield in such a way that all the pins gets aligned. And now the VCC of sensor is connected to this shield 5 volts and ground is directly connected to ground. And one more, the signal pin A naught or something it will be right, signal or out or something it will be written on your sensor. That one you are going to give to analog pin A2. Actually in textbook they have given to A naught and given to A2. You can give to any of the analog pin if you are aware of the LDR sensor and all. Breadboard actually not required for this case, but in textbook it is mentioned actually. We are not required to use breadboard. Jumper wires are mandatory. 3 jumper wires are enough. Yes. Software, as I told, Arduino IDE for Arduino programming and Node-RED for building the flows. And one more thing is that in Node-RED, there will be already existing nodes. But since we are working with the Twitter specifically, for Twitter you need to install the Twitter nodes. I will also show you the command. And in video description, I have provided the link how to install Node-RED so that you can install easily. Yes, these are the complete regarding connections and all. I have explained it already. Yes. Now we are going to start with our Node-RED. Yes. Let us start. Just open command prompt. And firstly, as I mentioned, we must download the Twitter node. This is the command npm install Node-RED. Yes, in Node-RED we are going to install a node. That node is nothing but Twitter. This is the command for installing the Twitter node. Yes, you need not run this npm audit fix course and all those all are not required. Yes, once that thing is executed, nothing but the installation, Then here you can simply type node-red so that you'll get all the details and it will run at a port value 1880. Just control left click. Yes, this is our node-red. Now for suppose here by default if it is the first flow, here the name will be as flow 1. For example, if you want to rename, just double click on it, and here instead of this flow 1, the name we are using is light sensor tweet flow. Yes, light sensor tweet flow. And now click on done. Yes, this is the light sensor tweet flow name I have given. Now one by one we are going to use nodes. Yes, here we will be having two types initially, input nodes and output nodes. Let me close all these things. Yes, our Twitter node, since Twitter is a social media application, it is present in this social column. Yes. Now, how do you identify input nodes and output nodes? For input nodes, first you can observe symbol, then followed by description. For output nodes, description followed by symbol. So now actually we are, as I told, we are going to use the HTTP protocol. Here firstly we are going to take HTTP in, sorry, HTTP request node we are taking, not HTTP in. So just let me delete it. Yes, for deleting, you can just select that one and click on delete. Here you can see HTTP request, right? You need to drag and drop here. HTTP request node, the first node is. So here by clicking on it, just double click on it. Here you can see here it is asking a lot of details and all. But if you observe textbook, it is completely different. It did not ask regarding those all details. Simply it asked method URL and name. So instead of HTTP request, it's better you use HTTP in itself. Yes, now you can see HTTP in, actually in textbook they have mentioned wrong, I guess. Yes, coming to HTTP methods, as you know, get, post, put, delete, and patch. Patch method is a new technique actually, but these four are nothing but crude operations. Since we are only going to read the value from the sensor, nothing but we are expecting to get information. So, get is the method, and URL you can give any URL, but they have given us light sensor tweet. Let me give the same thing. Light sensor tweet. And name is nothing but to display in that node-red, but particularly receive HTTP request is the name. Receive HTTP request. Yes. Once it is done, here click on done. Yes, you can see the same text is displayed here. Receive HTTP request. Our first node is done. Now coming to the second node is function node. The reason why here they have chosen that function is, as I told, the sensor value, nothing but our LDR sensor value which they are trying to get is in the format of string. So that one we are going to convert to integer type. And this function name we are naming it as convert to number. From string to number we are converting, right? Convert to number. This is the function name. And for that, how you are converting is you need to use this first line. Don't see image and type, because in image it is not given a clarity complete image. Yes. Here you need to just enter the same thing. Parseint is nothing but you are passing it in form of integer. So once you type it, yes, by default this is the return message. It will be as written MSG only. So for that one you are going to use payload.request var. Remember the message.payload.request var is nothing but our LDR sensor value. So now click on done. Yes. Now one more thing you need to do here. Yes. You need to give connection from that receive HTTP request to this convert one. So here you can see some square like boxes, right? Simply you need to click and drag. Automatically it will be getting as a straight line. Now once the function node is yes, once we get the integer value, what we are going to perform switch case, right? Nothing but if value is greater than some, as I told, some greater than 300 and all, then only we are going to get Twitter notification. Otherwise, we are not interested to get. So here it is given as some threshold name. Let me say. Yes, check threshold. Nothing but our sensor value. Check threshold. Here it is not a rule that to work with the light sensor only. You can use any of the sensors and also work. Yes. Here, yes, here value is present in which variable? Not message dot payload dot some variable, right? Yes, request variable. Request var. In yes, in this complete thing, our LDR sensor value is present. Don't choose any of the other message dot because in function we have used the same thing. That's the reason here I am using. Yes, when I want to get, yes, here you can see there are different rules. Some of the relational operators, seasonal is true, all these functions, right? So I am selecting greater than or equals to. If my LDR sensor value is greater than or equals to 350, then only I need to get notification to my Twitter account. So here you are not going to mention all the things. Here again, here instead of getting this single box, you will get as dual boxes. So from one box you will link to the Twitter node and one more directly to HTTP. Yes, this is nothing but if condition. If you want to add many conditions, here you can see add, right? Click on the tag. Here, yes. If I want to use like else, you can click otherwise. Nothing but simply if else. That's it. Once those are done, here click on done. Now again give a connection from here to here. Now check threshold is also ready. Now again they have taken one function node. So let me take again the function node. You need to simply drag and drop. Double click on that and just rename it as set the tweet message. Nothing but what message you are willing to send to Twitter actually. That's the meaning here. Set tweet message. Yes, that complete message is present here. Let me copy it. It is nothing but simply as we will print in our programming languages, right? Here, let me scroll. Yes, message dot payload equal to, yes, you will get a sunny outside and you will get the sensor value followed by hashtag IoT will be printed. That's it. And we are returning it. That's the, yes, let me see the function name clearly, whether they have given the same or not. Yes, set tweet message is the function name. You can give any names, guys. Don't worry regarding it. Yes. Now you can give connection here. Yes, here you can see, right? You may get confused that, sir, how to identify the difference. Here we have given if and else condition, fine. But how can I know which is my condition? How to know what condition is what? You just this plus symbol you can see, right? That one you place on one. Here you can see greater than or equals to 350. That's the reason I have given that one condition. This is for otherwise, nothing but else condition. Function node is also done. Yes, next node here comes is Twitter node. Twitter node from social, you need to take it. Yes. Here for Twitter, firstly we will use input, not output node. If you observe here also, you can see, right? Sorry, they have used the output node actually. I think we'll use input node also. Let me scroll down. Oh, sorry, that's actually in different experiment. Here it is not required. Here directly they have given, I guess. Yes. So directly, yes, in Twitter we want as only output. So drag and drop this Twitter output here. Yes, you can see tweet is the default name. So here let me scroll down. Yes, you need to click on it actually. Double click on it. Here it is asking for Twitter ID. So we need to click on the add new Twitter credentials because because it is the first time. So click on add new Twitter credentials. Click on that plus sign. So here it is asking for Twitter ID. Yes, similarly here also it is given. ID, password and all you need to give. Just a second. Here it is asking for more details. Okay. First let me give my Twitter account ID. @Balu KW 2005 is my ID. Yes. Create your own application. Yes, here we need to create application. It is only giving the steps. So follow the steps as it is. Just a second. Since I have already logged in Google actually, this is Edge, right? So let me open it from Google browser itself so that it can be somewhat faster. Yes, again it is asking to log in. So okay, let me give the details. Phone or username. I have given my username. Password, you need to enter your password. Yes, here you can see, right? So from here we need to click on create a new app, apply, agree and all. Yes, sign up for free account you need to select. Let me say something. Something you type randomly because it's completely waste of time and all. Yes, this is regarding our app. Follow the exact procedures what it is asking. From keys and token session, copy the consumer API key. Actually, if you observe in textbook regarding all those things, it is not mentioned actually. That's the reason that it was completed too fast. Here, why it is asking these many details? Let me check it again. Add new Twitter config. Yes, let me give the name again. Yes, from keys and tokens section. Oh, here where it is keys and tokens. Let me go to dashboard. Yes, guys, to get that API keys, as I told, here you will create the account, right? Follow the steps. These are given by Copilot actually, because earlier there was not used to be all these API connections and all directly with password and all we have connected. So now here in here project and apps is there, right? Go to that one. And here you can see click on the keys and tokens. Actually here keys and tokens is not there, so better you select any of the project so that here you can see app ID and all, right. Just a second. Yes guys, here instead of default project down it is there the original project, go there and here you can see keys and tokens, right. From here we are going to get them actually. So here you can see API key and secret. But once you in Node you see what are the things it is asking. In keys and tokens section, copy the consumer API keys. Yes, in keys and consumer keys, reveal API keys. Just a second, it is not showing. It is not showing completely. Just a second, guys. Uh, Yes, guys, if it is for the first time, you can't observe it clearly. So, for that's the reason you click on regenerate button, then it will show API key and API key secret. Copy those one by one. I hope it is not closed. Yes. First, let me copy the API key. Just paste it here as it is. Yes, once it is done, we will also take the screenshot for saving those. And for API key secret, copy even that. Yes, that one we need to paste it here. That is the secret key and this is the API key. Now both are done. Yes, just let me take a screenshot of it. Yes. Yes, I saved them. You need to click. And what's the next step regarding access tokens and access token secret? For regarding accessing, yes, here you can see access tokens and secret, right? Click on generate. Here you can see access token secret. Copy them. Access token I have copied, paste it. Similarly, access token secret, copy it and again paste it here. I am sorry for this inconvenience because with this API keys, this is the first time I am seeing in this platform actually. So once it is done, just click on update. Yes, now it is ready. Click on done. And now just give here a link. Yes, now it is successfully done. Just a second. Yes. Now again coming back to here our textbook. We have given regarding our Twitter account complete details. Here you can see right earlier it used to be like just you can give mail or username and then password. But now completely with API keys and all it has been introduced. Yes, Twitter ID and all. Twitter ID I have given name is tweet itself. We are not changing. Then we are going to consider HTTP response node here. Here from network you need to select it. HTTP response. Just drag and drop it here. As we are saying response, we need to get the output node. Don't take the input node. Again, I am mentioning. Now double click on it and the name. Yes, just a second. What the name they have given? Send HTTP response is the name they have given. Send HTTP response. Now coming to the status code. Here the HTTP response node will simply send. Copy this one message.payload back to the client in the JSON format. Change the name to send HTTPS node. Connect the send HTTP response node. So I think we need not mention as payload and all here because by default you can see as status code, right? So I think it will only send. So need not give. If it does not work, we will give our own and we will check. It's not an issue. From HTTP input node it will be originated. Yes, from this, yes, again here we need to give connection. Yes, that's the first thing we need to do actually. From this, again we are connecting to HTTP response and this else condition, then directly we are connecting. No need to interfere Twitter. So now if you double click, yes, here you can see. Click on done. Yes, now complete thing in Node-RED is done, guys. So keep it as it is. Yes, don't close it because this server it is running at some 1880 port, right? This thing is required because this is the thing we are also going to give in our Arduino program. Yes, coming to the external libraries, if you are working with Wi-Fi shield, you will use SPI.h, Wi-Fi.h, or if you are working with Ethernet shield, Ethernet.h, and you are going to use the internet connection function. One more for sensor reading values, you are going to use one function. Here they have given A0, but I am going to use the pin A2, and we are displaying the value in serial monitor. Coming to this HTTP server, it is running at 10.0.0.6 and port is 1880. Yes, here regarding 10.0.0.6, one thing I want to say, let, while starting the concept of Node-RED, I have explained the reason also why we are considering that value. Just a second, it will be somewhere here, I guess. Yes, regarding Node-RED and all. Yes, it will run at 127.0.0.1 only. But as we are working with this HTTP, yes, here you can see in this node point, guys. This thing actually I have discussed in the previous lecture. Here the thing is that since we are going to work with the HTTP and all, you need to give us 10.0.0.6 and port number will be 1880. There will be no change in this port value. Only the IP address will be changing. So remember that one. Now coming back to, yes, regarding coding part I was explaining, right? Just a second, I went too far. Yes, those things you will connect. Just a second, it's a network issue. Yes. Now coming back to here. Yes, guys, and remember that one while working with this complete thing, internet connection is mandatory. Otherwise, there will be no concept of IoT. Because IoT, by the name itself, you can understand Internet of Things. Without internet, you can't implement any of the projects. Remember that one. As we are dealing completely with HTTP protocols, as we have discussed HTTP protocols with Arduino, then we have worked with get and post methods, right? Here simply we are working with get method, do HTTP get. We are reading the value here. If you observe read sensor data, that data we are getting actually. So here in order to send, actually where the value is stored, in light value, I guess. Let me check. Yes, in light value, you are going to store the LDR sensor value, right? So that one actually here you are converting to string, and then again inside the node-RED it will convert to integer. The reason is here we can't send the information in form of integer to node-RED. That's the reason. We'll convert to string and we'll send to node-RED, and node-RED will again convert it to integer and delivers the information. Now here you can see regarding serial information and all. Here we are going to connect the server and port. Server is nothing but our regard HTTP server. Port is 1880 on which our Node-RED is running actually. So we are going to connect with it. These all printing statements are simply like a printing statements. Those are not 100% required. But this connection is mandatory. If connection is not established, what you will say directly, there is a connection error. That's the thing here. and you are going to print all those things. Yes. But here what actually happens is you will get notifications to your Twitter account. Yes. Actually, here itself, let me give the hardware connection and show you here. Then I will stop this screen recording and I will explain you regarding the hardware connections. This is the void setup function. You are connecting to internet, and in void loop you are calling this HTTP get method, sorry, function, and again this function will call the read sensor data value function. So thereby this is a complete program. Now let me open Arduino IDE. Actually it is a very much lengthy program. Yes, we are working with Ethernet shield actually. So first let me explain the Wi-Fi shield theoretically, then we will see this Ethernet shield also. Like tweet Wi-Fi. Yes, this is with Wi-Fi shield. As I told, we are working with the Wi-Fi shield. There we require SSI, Wi-Fi SSID and Wi-Fi password. So thereby we will keep initially status as empty, and then again using the dot connect functions and all we are going to connect. Nothing but Wi-Fi dot begin actually. So similarly, as I explained, this is the complete program for it. Now let us see in Ethernet case, because here we are working with hardware components. So only the internet connection function, nothing but only this function is going to differ, guys. Here you are going to give a MAC address and a static IP. When you will use static IP, if the Ethernet connection is not recognized, then you are going to begin with MAC is going to be same, but we are going to work with static IP. Otherwise, the default nothing but the original IP address will be considered. 99.9% original IP address will be only considered. For example, in some exceptional cases, we are going to work with this one. Let me compile it. Yes, compilation is done. So first let me connect here with the hardware components and all. Meanwhile, you can see this complete program and all. From next video lecture, we are going to work with Android apps and our original websites. There you will see actual toughness. Here, actually, toughness is nothing but there not that much tough. If you are aware of Android programming or database knowledge, if you are having even a bit of knowledge, you can work easily. It's not an issue there. But here, actually, Node-RED is also older version. Actually, I thought not to teach this Node-RED. The reason why I am teaching is, as per our schedule, while working with the Node-RED, sorry, while working with the IoT patterns, there will be having one type that is known as machine to human actually. For that, we are going to implement smart dustbin there. So for that, actually, we are required to use this Node-RED with MQTT. So there actually we require the Node-RED knowledge. So if I will directly explain that fastly, you can't understand, right? So that's the reason I am covering this part of syllabus here. So meanwhile, let me give the hardware connections. Yes, remember one thing. While working with this IoT projects, first you work basically like Arduino, nothing but to know whether the sensors are working properly or not, so that then you can implement with this all HTTP, MQTT protocols, Node-RED or Android applications and all. Because starting itself it will be a problem, then it will be very much difficult to implement the complete project. Because one, as you are seeing, this much time it is taking, right? So that's the reason you need to be careful while working with the sensors and all. You need to check whether your Arduino, and all the sensors are in the working condition or not, and then you can proceed. So my hardware connection is over. So let me again compile. Yes, there are no errors. So now I'll upload the code. Yes, now I am just uploading the code. It is uploading. So we'll also open the serial monitor simultaneously to see the values. I think baud value is set to 9600 only. Yes. Once let me close and open it again. Yes, internet connection is successful, guys. So now slowly the sensor starts. So let me, yes, you can see, right? Oh, just a second. Connecting to server failed. Just a second. Where the connection failed, let me check. Regarding server and port. Actually, those are in running condition only. Just a second. It is running at port 1880 itself. Why it is showing like this? Yes, here it is. Connecting to server. Yes, now the connection is successful. Yes, again it failed. But for this, you need to get one Twitter notification. Let me check whether I got any notification to my Twitter account or not. Yes, here you can see notification. There are two notifications from a new device on May 4th. Nothing but today itself. You have got, right? Click on got it and all. Uh, yes, you can see actually we got one notification here. Yes, device you can see edge on Windows. Actually, location it will be some random locations and all. But actually, I got these values from my device. Nothing but in Edge only I have opened, right? On my Microsoft Edge. That's the reason from Edge it is showing like that. So, yes, click on got it. Again, let me check in Arduino IDE. Yes, the connection is coming once and also failing once. Again, let me open serial monitor. Firstly, regarding internet connection. Again, connection fail. It is coming sometimes and it is not coming sometimes. But actually, we got this connection. Here you can see, right? Time also you can see around 12:50. Oh, just a second. Why it is showing wrong details? Hmm, just a second. From here I need to get. Yes, guys, the actual reason regarding the failure is due to this server and port of Node-RED. This static IP can be as it is, you need not change it. Yes. So the problem here comes with this server because these are for local host, nothing but on our system itself it is running. But since here we are working with some external device, that Ethernet Shield and Arduino, we must change it. For this, we need the IP configuration of your system. For that, let me show you how to get it. Just from here, since already a command prompt is open, just open Windows PowerShell. Type it as ipconfig. Yes, here you can get some IPv4 address. Just copy it. Just a second, let me copy it clearly. Yes. Now if you check with this port, you may access to your actual thing, nothing but our node red. So now with the IP address IPv4 which I have copied, so with that we need to verify once. So let us check it. Yes, guys, one more thing what we need to do is we should deploy it actually. So now you can see that successfully deployed. Save it. So once this deployment is done, so now we can proceed here actually. So let me compile it again and let me upload it. So actually we need to deploy it. That's the silly mistake we have made. Yes, uploading is done. Just let me open the serial monitor. Just a second. Serial monitor takes somewhat time for loading. Yes, network connection is successful. Shit, again connection failed. Now we will try to check with our IP address and all. Yes, guys. Now we are getting successfully the messages. So here let me show you my Twitter account also. For getting as a notification, it takes somewhat time. You need to wait. But here you can see the connection is being established. The reason is we have made two mistakes. One thing, firstly, we need to deploy. And here you need not keep the IP address of the node red. Here you need to keep IPv4 which you got on in Windows PowerShell I have run, right? If you will run as ipconfig command, there bottom you can see IPv4 address. That address you need to give actually. So here you can see it messages are also being printed here. But you will also get in Twitter as notifications. That's why this completing is called tweeting application. Yes, slowly it takes time. Yes, again you can see in middle sometimes connection will be failed. It might be either due to the internet connection and all also. Yes. Here you can see right get light sensor tweet request data and HTTP and all server connected. From where are you getting those details actually? From Node-RED you are going to get those things. Just a second, let me open and keep my Twitter. Slowly it takes time. Yes. Yes, the reason why I am not getting is here you can see because the Twitter version is updated. That's why how many times you are trying to send the information. Those many times I am getting this kind of error. Let me click on collapse all. Just a second, Control Z. Yes. We need to, in developer mode, if you go to products here, you can see version 2, right? Actually, we need to use this version 2. Since I have used the version 1, it did not work. But generally, you will get notifications. Here I am getting in Node-RED. You will get actually in Telegram if you are using this version 2. So let me try with this version. Yes, actually, the Twitter members have updated it to 2.0 version. That is the second version, actually V2. Since we have used everything for free, it is the first version. you will get like this message. And if you are having version 2, it's great actually. So directly you can access and directly you will get information to Twitter. Anyhow, in main projects which we are discussing from now, there we are not going to use this Twitter actually. So actually you can use Telegram and all. These Twitter members have updated the version. And for getting that API V2, we need to purchase the plan. So that's the reason it's one of the problem. But from here, if you observe, you can get all the details. That is nothing but actually the information is being shared successfully. Yes, just a second. Yes, here you can see, right? Server connected, HTTP get completed and all. And along with timestamp and the message which we have given in Node.js is also being printed. It is nothing but the data delivery is being successful. Only due to the version failure we are unable to work with. So actually it has given, Copilot has given some suggestions, but even though if you follow it, somehow you need to purchase the plan. So that part I am unable to show here, but actually in general it uh, you can uh, you can work as per your interest. So for that you need to have version 2 actually. Here you can see you are getting values and all, right. You can see how light sensor reading values are being all varied also. Yes, you can see it is giving some 1022 and all. Yes, like that this will be the working process. But I have tried all the efforts, but for this you must have the version 2 actually. So if anyone are having, you can directly get the notifications. So this is the complete working process to get Twitter notifications, but you need to have version 2 only, that's the thing. Yes, you can see complete data is being delivered. With this, we have implemented the light sensor tweet system using Node-RED and Arduino Uno with Wi-Fi and Ethernet shield. Yes, hope you all understood. From the next lecture, the original projects we are going to discuss. Let me close one by one. Yes, I am closing all. Yes. So coming to our schedule, we have also completed Node MCU. From here, all these are major projects. Here you won't face any issues because here simply we are going to implement in an easy approach. But you need to aware of HTTP and MQTT protocols because by making use of those protocols only we are going to communicate here. And one topic I am trying to skip it is this on demand clients, because for this on demand clients you need to develop an app for iOS actually, not for Android. For remaining things, Android and websites with PHP and all, those simply you can implement using MySQL databases and all. Only for this on demand clients you need the iOS application. Yes, with this, we have completed today's lecture. Let me close all the things. Now I'll show you the hardware connections. And yes, let me show here itself by simply drawing, because again, anyhow, we have not got output due to that version, right? So simply I'll show you. Assume this one is your Arduino Uno. And here you will be having your system, let me say laptop or some CPU. You are going to give connect. Yes, just a second. Yes, you are going to give connection from this Arduino. Yes, let me draw one by one stepwise. Yes, from this Arduino, using USB wire, you are going to give connection to your laptop or CPU. And on top of this Arduino, you are going to place your some shield, let me say Ethernet shield or something. Yes, if Ethernet shield, again you will be having a separate port, and here you, let us assume here you are having your uh, Wi-Fi router. You will connect this with the Ethernet connection using the LAN cable. Yes, with Ethernet cable you have given the connection, and again here there will be three buttons, continuously analog, digital pins and all, right? Let me draw only three boxes as we will give only three connections. Yes, and here let me say you are having our LDR sensor. Yes, let this, just a second, let it be black itself. Yes. Now coming to this part, you will connect VCC to some 5 volts itself. And next thing, just a second, this one color changed. Yes. Now take one more white. Let it be black color. And ground you will give to ground. And one more thing comes is signal pin. For signal, again you will connect the signal pin to some analog pin. This is the simple connection diagram I have shown you. So this is how you will give the connections. Anyhow, I will provide a clear structured note. Hope you all understood this lecture. And if you are having any issues, you can drop in the comment section. But you need the Twitter account is version 2 actually, because without version 2 it does not work. So this is how you implement light sensor tweet system using Node-RED. Thank you.